That is filmmaking. How much more economical than what they throw at us nowadays. The horror of those simple images, water, and a hand going down a wall. They say so much more than what is often done nowadays. Anyway, thank you. That was some wonderful, wonderful film clips. Now this next actress doesn't need just to stick to movies. She's done Broadway, television, as well as she's equally at home in sitcoms and dramatic roles. You will know that she more than lives up to her mother and sisters in the beauty department. Kelly Curtis, come on up here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You know, I only just saw that movie for the first time about a year ago. So this was my second time watching that scene. I still can't handle it. I first want to thank everyone here tonight, and more specifically all the players for honoring my mother. I know it means a lot to her, and it means a lot to me as well. So thank you very much. Recently, at a dinner party, a dear friend of my mother's, Jeannie Martin, Dean's wife, told an interesting story. She was Orange Bowl queen and was brought out to Hollywood by David O. Selznick to screen test for Come Back Little Sheba. She was sent to the famous drama coach Lillian Burns at MGM for voice lessons. Well, afterwards, Miss Burns gave her the following advice: go back to Florida. She said kindly, and enjoy your reign as beauty queen, because out of every 1,000 aspiring actresses who come through my door, only one really has it. And we already have that person, and her name is Janet Leigh. My mother has always downplayed her achievements. She would insist that she was basically plucked out of obscurity, dismissing her stardom and success as an act of serendipity. This is not false modesty. This is just who my mother is. Whatever it is that Lillian Burns spoke of when describing my mama, I couldn't begin to define that. But I really believe that we play a role in creating our own destiny. What my mother calls luck has a good measure of will and determination thrown in as well, not to mention talent. True. I mean, it's true that my mother had little to do with her extraordinary beauty and remarkable intelligence. And perhaps it was pure luck that Norma Shearer saw her photograph that day at a ski resort where my grandfather worked. But after that auspicious moment when Lillian Burns met my mother for the first time, the luck stopped there. If any doors were opened, especially for her, she walked through them and met every challenge presented to her. If we accept the notion of Hollywood royalty, my mother embodies the concept of noblesse oblige. She always felt that with her good fortune came the obligation to work hard and to never take her success for granted. I mean, no one has a greater work ethic than my mama. In fact, sometimes I'd like to hit her over the head so that she'll sit still long enough just to acknowledge some of her accomplishments. I mean, perhaps tonight she's letting us do that for her. In her public life, she's given many interviews. She's written 3 books, including an autobiography. We are all very much aware of her acting credits and the fact that she's performed brilliantly in several screen classics. But what most people do not know about are the things that she taught her daughters. Throughout my childhood, she always conveyed 2 very important messages. If you are given something in life, a lucky break, beauty, or talent, then you must accept these gifts gratefully and take nothing for granted. The second message was always that you must give something back, and perhaps in doing so, open the door for others. Mama, I think what everyone here tonight, and especially me, is saying is that take a moment. Take stock of your incredible accomplishments. Realize that you never abused your exalted status. On the contrary, you handled it quietly, gracefully, and with beautiful dignity. But above all, I want you to know that you are loved. That you should take for granted. Thank you.
It was a lovely tribute, Kelly. Thank you. I hope, Janet, you really appreciated that. It was from the heart, wasn't it? And now we come to our guest of honor. As is traditional at the Players, we make a presentation of this tray. I'll get that stuff off it in a moment, which is engraved to Janet Leigh on the occasion of her pipe night with deep appreciation, the Players, June the 23rd, 1996. But before we bring Janet up, we'd like to show just one more clip of a more recent vintage. It's from an episode of Columbo called Forgotten Lady. It's one of Janet's favorite roles, and it also Peter Falk's favorite episode from that series. So can you run it, please?